and it is officially the football of football Wednesdays. We are in full action of college and this upcoming weekend, NFL. This is the home stretch for the show here. This is when the show gets really hot. We have the best takes. We have the best picks. We have the best commentary, of course. So we are diving right in. It is, like I said, an all football show, and we have Randall and Caleb here in the We Talk Sports Good virtual space.
Yeah, let's go! Sorry.
I got nothing to follow up that. What's up?
I've been watching videos of Patty the Batty Plummet fighting all day. I'm really hyped up. Don't know if y'all saw his debut in the UFC this weekend, but my God.
I saw his haircut.
He looks like a beetle. He looks like
looks like something.
But he's don't get it twisted, Caleb. He is literally the potential soon-to-be face of UFC.
I don't doubt it. Looks like Madman.
He's a maniac.
All right. Well, that's enough non-football talk for now. We're going full hour football, and more football. But, of course, we're going to look back here at week one of the college football action. We had if I may say, this might have been the best, feels like, first week of NFL or college action that, had quite a bit of good matchups and just a lot of good games.
Yeah.
I feel like, there's just one, and then it's all the cupcakes. Obviously, it's week two, we're going to see a lot of that, but week two, the kind of schedule, I feel like is our typical week one. So, did you guys kind of get that feel too?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a solid week one. Real playoff implications in week one is always a huge deal, and we had some real games that were serious that you might look back at the end of the season and say, oh, well, that's the reason X team is not in the playoffs now. So
yeah, so we can just dive right into that, and I want to look just real quick on Thursday. Thursday, I felt like you had UCF with an insane comeback. That was just more of a crazy game, just maybe trying to establish a group of five, second tier behind Cincinnati at this point. We had the Duke's Mayo Classic kickoff to the kickoff, and App State getting a win there. And then the biggest one, of course, of a Thursday night, we had Ohio State going on the road to a very tough Minnesota team in a really rough exit for Ibrahim, going down with, I believe it was officially the torn Achilles, which was unfortunate as he
It was very brutal.
Yeah.
We were texting about that in the game, that he looked like a maniac running that ball. He was insane.
Yeah. I guess my takeaways is real quick is just obviously CJ Stroud had to just kind of get his feet under him. He never threw a pass until this year since Justin Fields. But the skill positions of Ohio State, once you just get them the ball, it's over. Tanner Morgan, I think, is getting a little exposed on a couple of years ago when he had two NFL quality receivers and just had to hit him on the RPO. Now he actually has to do a little more reading, and now he doesn't have Ibrahim to fall back on. So I don't know what y'all's expectations for Minnesota for the rest of the year, or do you think it's too close of a game for Ohio State? I personally don't. In the end, it's the first week, and it's still a road game in your conference to start the year.
No, I felt like, honestly, it really felt like they just needed to let Stroud air it out a little bit more and really take the more, because it seemed like once they kind of right in that third quarter when they started to really let him just throw some shots downfield, that's when he was really able to get comfortable, kind of get his feet underneath him and start hitting, Olave and those other guys out there. But no, and I don't think Minnesota's a pushover by any means.
Right.
That was not Minnesota. I think at the end of the day is going to be, I know it's not necessarily saying much, but they're probably going to be a top 5 team in the Big Ten. So, I don't hate it. It's not a horrible loss for them, or a horrible win for Ohio State being that close. And, sucks sucks what happened to Ibrahim, but it's kind of the beast when you're playing, especially playing running back. All the cuts that you're taking and going in between guys. So, but no, I think Ohio State's going to be fine. I think they're going to be fine from this. And I saw some people saying this weekend felt like it leveled the playing field a little bit in the Big Ten, and I completely disagree. I still think Ohio State's head and shoulders above everybody else in that conference.
No, I agree with you. I think Ohio State, there's nothing to worry about there. Minnesota's a tough team, especially on the road. But I think as the game went on, they settled down, especially C.J. Stroud. He ended up with 4 touchdowns. I think it was more so he hasn't played a collegiate snap ever. So, you're going to have some rust to start off the game. So I'm not worried about Ohio State either.
And I guess one too to help Ibrahim is I think they said Minnesota, all 5 of their offensive linemen are some sort of senior, whether it's a redshirt senior or super senior with taking the extra year of eligibility. So that's definitely nice to have if you're PJ Fleck trying to row the boat. And then his excess of trying to use row the boat in interviews. I don't know if you had saw that. We're just going to keep on rowing or something.
No, but
a little too much.
Fleck was one of my top coaches for Texas Higher when we did that show back in the day. So I like Fleck. I think Minnesota will end up fine, but they're not gonna. Right. It's Ohio State. Come on.
And then I guess on the Big Ten West, what are they? Are you power rating them? I guess 3rd behind Wisconsin and Iowa, or do you think they could compete versus one of those two to move the team on that side?
Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota.
I think Minnesota could definitely compete with at least Wisconsin.
I think that they can probably compete with Wisconsin, but I actually I kind of said this I think last week, but I really really like Iowa this year, and I think Iowa will come out of that probably I actually think Iowa might end up being probably the 2nd best team in the Big Ten.
Well,
sorry, Dom.
That's fine. I don't expect Michigan to. If Michigan's the 4th best team in the Big Ten, I think that's a huge step for them.
Do you think you're better than Minnesota?
Yes.
Do you think you were better than Minnesota if Ibrahim was healthy?
Yes.
No way.
No
way.
I think that would be an incredibly tough game for you.
That would be a great game, but if Ibrahim was healthy, I'm giving it to Minnesota.
I disagree.
Although Tanner Morgan sucks balls, but I think Ibrahim. That's my expert analysis here. But yeah,
this is what you come here for, folks.
This is what you come here for.
On first take.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Talking about other teams that kind of stunk it up is on Thursday we saw 2 FCS wins: UC Davis over Tulsa and Eastern Washington in double overtime versus UNLV. UNLV, home of the Fighting Tate Martells, who didn't even make the depth chart.
Whoa, he wasn't even on the depth
he's
chart?
Not even on the depth chart,
Nope.
dude.
Oh my god.
That is a fallout.
I hope he realizes he needs to start doing really well in school.
Yeah.
He's going pro and something else.
Yeah, buddy, you're gonna be the star of the commercials of I went pro and something else. So you might want to get ready. hope you're paying attention.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't wish ill on the dude. I hope he makes it. Like, good lord, that's a.
I don't.
Where was he at before? Was it?
Well, where to start?
Ohio State, in Miami, now here.
I thought there was another one.
Well,
I guess I'm wrong.
At some point, he committed to A&M, right? And then.
Oh, I would have loved that if he sucked at A&M. That would have been awesome.
He wouldn't get a chance to suck. He doesn't get a chance to suck anywhere he goes.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Doesn't even. Have we seen him throw a ball in game?
Maybe in like garbage time.
I don't believe so.
That's rough, man.
I know that I would watch the video from Harris Highlights on YouTube, great channel, but it's free. That's free advertisement for you. But he did a series about what?
I was about to plug yours. I said check it out on Twitch TV.
Yeah, just check it out on Twitch TV. No, but no. Basically, he did a story about the fall of Tate Martell, and apparently Tate Martell was like taking wide receiver reps. I think at at Miami at one point.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like, dude, he might need to just switch positions. I don't know.
You said I don't wish ill will on somebody, and I don't think wishing that someone doesn't make it to the NFL is wishing ill will on them. Like that.
Well, I meant like I wish that he could play, and I would like to at least see him play is all, and see, maybe he's just bad in practice. You never know.
I mean, did you see the quarterback show with him? Well,
no, I didn't. No,
he's
I
such
did
a
not.
douche, man.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking douches, Rattler's a douche.
Yeah.
He's a major douche.
Like, I don't know.
You know who's not a douche? Hudson Card. That guy's the greatest dude in the world. No.
I feel like he's probably a douche.
I have no idea. He's probably a douche. I don't know.
Moving back to Friday. We haven't covered Friday as much as I like to jump to Saturday. We had one game we got
segment.
Yeah, we'll segment that to the douche TV section.
Douche?
Well, I mean, he lost 17-10 to Virginia Tech, and that was a rough game. I mean,
he didn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Virginia Tech for winning, but I mean, their quarterback was 12 for 19 for 169 yards. They averaged 3 yards per carry running. I mean, they had 127, but on 43 carries. I mean, they didn't do anything on offense, but Sam Howell was 50% passing with 3 picks?
Yeah.
I mean, his only success was when he just somehow got Downs the ball.
It was
good.
Are you still high on Sam Howell? Because you picked him, I think, for your Heisman, didn't you?
2 years ago.
Oh, I thought you picked him last year.
No, I think it was actually his sophomore year, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Because he...
No, that would have been last year.
Oh, then yeah, it was last year. I picked him for my Heisman last year.
Did you have him in your top 10 QBs in 2030?
Oh, I'm sure I did.
Oh, he definitely did. I know he did.
I don't think I had him in the top 5.
No, he was on the list, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure he was on the list.
You were the only one who had him on the list, I think.
I just checked mine. I did not have him.
What? You have
still have that?
I do still have it in my notes. But only mine. God. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I don't think I had Zach Wilson on my list, which if I could go back, I'm going
to... My iPhone notes is a bunch of random notes with numbers that are really important, but I have no idea what they are because I
mine every time. I assume I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm not high on Sam anymore.
Jumping ship already?
Yeah, I mean, I think he could be. I mean, for NFL wise, I think he could be. I don't even know who I'd compare him to. Someone who doesn't necessarily have the strongest arm, and I don't know. I feel like he can be. I feel like he can be a. I think could be a career solid backup.
He could be Chase Daniels.
Do you think he'd be better than Geno Smith?
Do I think he can be better than Geno Smith in the NFL?
He's a solid backup.
No, I'd take Sam over him. I'll predict he's a better career than Geno. But
hey,
no,
man.
I'll say
seven God. That's a competing 7 God right there. They both were number 7.
To see and hear Enter the Sandman again in Virginia Tech, really, that place really rocking. Just, man, that, I don't know what it was about that, but even though we did have that really great, a good matchup with Ohio State and Minnesota, it really felt like everything was back, regardless of if you feel like stadiums should be full again or not with how things are going. We won't get into that, but the Virginia Tech stadium was full. Enter the Sandman was rocking, and that stadium was like, I don't know. That really felt like to me college football was back in full force with that. So it was fun to watch that, even though I was definitely rooting for North Carolina, and I might be out on Sam Howell, but I'm still a Sam Howell fan, and I want him to do well. So it was kind of disappointing to see that. But I like to see what Virginia Tech does this year, though. I would love to see a Virginia Tech back in the college football landscape because I think college football is always good whenever Virginia Tech's in it. So
And that would save Fuentes his job.
Yep. Yeah, it would.
Well, now we'll move on to Saturday, and I'm going to lump these two together because I don't think there's a whole lot you can really say other than, well, they happened. It wasn't maybe as exciting as thought, but we had, I feel like, almost a repeat of the morning and evening between Penn State, Wisconsin, and Georgia, Clemson. It felt like almost the same game, but Penn State, Wisconsin scored a little more points in a defensive shootout.
See, you say that that's not an exciting game, and I love those games.
Yeah, me and Randall were like, dude, this game's awesome.
I mean, I stayed tuned in. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I stayed tuned in to Clemson, Georgia, and I still enjoyed it. I think Penn State, Wisconsin was a little more messy. Maybe that's why I didn't think that one was as enjoyable because Graham Mertz just hurt watching some of those throws.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess because then like DJ just was getting hit every second and he just looked like he couldn't come off a read. I guess that those things kind of not bothered me, but was a little disappointing to see. Maybe that's why I say it wasn't as exciting. I'm fine with defensive shootouts, but just seeing like the guys that I thought, like Graham Mertz, I thought he could take the next step up. DJ Uiagalelei looking kind of shaky. My Heisman pick and JT Daniels looked like he couldn't push the ball. He looked like frat boy Stetson Bennett, the 5th or 6th or whatever he is. I mean, it looked like I was watching that again. I mean, I guess I was hoping for those guys to at least have some more exciting moments. And I'm fine with the low-scoring game. That's just what kind of concerned me out of it.
So I'll say this about JT Daniels. I wouldn't give probably one game like that takes him out of Heisman. I mean, really, like if you have a game like that, it almost all automatically takes you out of Heisman contingency. But I'm not giving up on him in the season because,
I'm not.
We both picked Georgia to win the national championship this year. Kind of went just as I imagined this game to be, as a defensive battle. I didn't think that these teams would be scoring 40 points against.
Oh, yeah, Georgia, it's big game Dabo. He doesn't score a lot. Big game Dabo slows the game down.
And this is 100% the best defense that Georgia's going to see until the SEC championship.
Right.
That team's in defensive line is insane, and JT Daniels felt it. DJ, say his name one more time.
Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei.
Yeah, there you go.
Close
enough.
That's impressive. There you go.
Yeah, so that guy, he definitely felt the pressure of the Georgia defense. Both these guys, I feel like, are both played the best defenses they're going to play in the regular season. Right. And it's game one, so that's already like most guys are a little rusty game one. So, I like what Georgia was able to do against Clemson. Clemson's going to be fine. They're going to be fine. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team. Losing that first game and then, it's just tough. It's tough to lose that game, and then especially the way the ACC performed as a whole this week, probably kind of rough because even if, let's say, you win out against the rest of that ACC and they looked like they did, you go, well, that was a really weak schedule, which they do have a really weak schedule. So losing that game probably knocked them out of playoff contention. But, yeah, I still, even though the game was a little messy, I still really like Georgia to win it all this year. I really do.
I mean,
although
it doesn't.
The way Alabama performed scared me.
Right. I mean, it doesn't scare me for my Georgia pick. I knew Georgia was missing receiver weapons. I expected JT Daniels to look a little more like the older player, because he, what is this, senior year officially? I know he hasn't had as many games, but I thought the experience he's had now at USC and here after getting, some games last year, I thought I'd see a little more of him really like, hey, we got this lead. Let me really get some. I'm going to get that tight throw in. I'm going to get that first down to really extend this drive. I don't know. That part just kind of concerned me out of the gate a little bit. I'm not concerned at all about my Georgia pick. I mean, it's Kirby Smart would love to play that game, and Big Game Dabo loves to score low.
Yeah, I'll ask a question. Zamir White didn't get hurt that game, did he? I think he was helping, correct?
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, so my thing is, I understand that Georgia's thing this year is this is the year where they start to kind of air it out a little bit more. JT Daniels get a little bit more into where college football has gone now and meet those teams on the offensive side of the ball and kind of start scoring the way. But when it's clearly not working with JT Daniels, but Zamir White's averaging over 5 yards a carry, give him more than 13 carries in the game. I mean, he had 74 yards on 13 carries. Feed him the ball more. Get him up closer to 20 carries and see if, I mean, I feel like they probably could have made a little bit better of a dent and moved the ball a little bit better if they would have chose to feed him the ball a little bit more. Because I really do like Zamir, and I mean, he was gashing him a little bit. You know, he had a 22-yard gain at one point. I think he had maybe another kind of longer gain at one point. But like, you know, I don't know. I feel like with 30 passes from JT Daniels, they might have leaned a little too heavy into that, even though it wasn't working.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw some just quick ones out there because I want to give you all a little bit of time to talk about Texas before we look at next week. We had UCLA looking very good versus LSU. I think LSU shouldn't have been ranked 16th, but that's in its own. I still think that was impressive for UCLA. I'm backwards here.
I do want to halt the UCLA. I want to halt the Pac goes through UCLA though.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, like, absolutely.
I think that's too soon to be saying the Pac goes through UCLA.
Oh, yeah.
I really like the way USC played, and I still kind of think it goes through them.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree on that. We had Montana beating Washington. Jimmy Lake forgot that you do need to score a little more points. The inner defensive coordinator him kind of forgot about that. UTSA, I think we all had that as a pick to win. I know I took them with the plus the points, but I said that's an outright win, and they get it. We had want to throw out there. We had a few different more FCS, but we had Iowa State playing a close one versus Northern Iowa. I mean, you can look at it as they were kind of holding back a little because they didn't want to put too much on tape versus Iowa, which is fair. But Brock Purdy wasn't super impressive, and then you look at Iowa just stomping on Indiana. I think you're going to see that regression because Penix, as much as I like him, he throws some risky passes, and he
does. Three interceptions.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see when you had a lot of good or the luck on the passes go your way last year. I think they're going to turn back against him. I don't think we really need to say much on Bama because that's just Bama just stomping on an opponent like they stomp on. Oregon squeaks out a little closer of a win, and Thibodeau was in a walking boot. They said it wasn't bad, so it'll be interesting there. OU, we'll let we'll play here. We'll put your green wave on the field, and only a 5-point win. So I'll leave it at that. And Texas with a 20-point win. How y'all feeling in the Big 12?
I'll let Caleb go first because I know he was like he was like, what are you talking about when I started criticizing a little bit, and so I'll let him go first and be happy boy.
Happy boy. All right. So I mean, I was impressed with Hudson Card. All right. I was also impressed with Casey Thompson. I was leaning more towards Casey Thompson with this. I know Randall was the opposite, but that's okay. Bijan Robinson looked the part. Randall, give me that. Bijan looked good.
Oh, 100%. That was
Jordan Whittington.
The start of a Heisman.
Yeah, Jordan Whittington did get hurt. He looked good. We had some defensive players. Overshawn, Rockermeyer looked pretty damn good.
I love how that's the winning thing for Jordan Whittington. He didn't get hurt.
But that was the thing. He played to his potential because he stayed healthy. I mean, he's always been good. Yeah. He just hadn't been able to stay on the field. I was impressed with Hudson Card, honestly. 3 touchdowns on the day, one on the ground, 2 in the air was very impressive. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do against Arkansas. So I mean that's what I'll say. I was at Sark Nation. We were all gas, no brakes. We're going to the national championship, okay?
So I do actually have a Texas fan friend who texted me. I texted him and I said, "Hey, team looks pretty good. I think we have a legitimate shot at winning the Big 12. And he said, this was exactly what he said. As long as we don't have to play Alabama or Georgia, we can win the national championship. Said, calm down. Let's not all gas. Let's pump the brakes. Let's calm down a little bit.
No brakes.
No brakes, apparently.
No brakes. Hey, let me have my season-ending crushing loss to Texas Tech later on this year in style, okay? Just let me have it.
You shut your mouth.
You know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen.
So that's the thing that I think is gonna switch now. I don't think we're gonna lose to the teams that we should beat. I think that's gonna be the thing now with Sark is we are going to beat the teams we should beat. But there's still some teams that maybe we shouldn't beat, or it should be a close game. The Oklahoma game is going to be a coin flip. That's going to be a coin flip game.
It's always a coin flip.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter who's our coach, who's their coach. If we suck that year or not, it's always they play so hard that game.
Finish my thought, Caleb.
Okay.
Dang it. No, yeah, that's always the coin flip game. But the games against Kansas, the games against
Rice.
Right. Oh God. Games against Rice, those are not going to be let's hope we show up that week. Those are the games we are going to win. But I do have some concerns after watching this game. A, I don't think Louisiana is as good as everyone thought they were. I still think they're a good team. I don't know if they're a top 25 team. I think they're probably a fringe top 25 team, like right outside of that top 25. I am worried about our offensive line. I felt like we should have been getting a better push in the run game, and we're going to play a lot better defenses than Louisiana's. I think Hudson was quick to panic in the pocket and stop looking downfield and start looking at running lanes. I think he was a little too quick to pull and stop kind of going through his progressions. And then I'm still worried about the defensive line. I felt like there were some plays that we gave up that we shouldn't have, that we're going to play offenses that are a lot better than Louisiana's as well. So I think there's still some concerns in this team, but I do like where we're headed, and I do think Bijan is the key to this, obviously. And the way he played, that was a really good start to a potential Heisman run that I think is actually now, looking at the landscape of how it worked out this first week, I think Bijan has a legitimate shot at it.
He definitely has a legitimate shot at this. Looking at our schedule, absolutely.
I made a comparison to Bijan of actually, and this is a comparison I feel comfortable making because I watch him so much. I compared him a little bit to Alvin Kamara for the Saints. He's got a little bit more power than Alvin Kamara, and honestly, he has a little bit more top speed. I don't know if he's as shifty as Kamara is, but the thing that sticks out on both of them for me is so much is their balance. The balance in the run game of them being able to stop themselves from, falling over, catching themselves falling forward, and be able to get a few more yards, and just their ability to stay upright when things are happening at their legs, basically. I mean, his extreme balance and able to tiptoe on the sideline and change pace so quickly really reminded me a lot of Alvin Kamara, and I think that's really exciting. I think he will end up not winning the Heisman this year, but I think he's got a really good shot at being at the ceremony. So I am excited where Texas is going, but I still have concerns.
That's fair enough. Well, all right. Well, we'll take a look here for our picks real quick for this week 2 of college football action. Recapping my 10 against the spread for last week, 5-4-1. I will take starting above 500. Looking back, I had the push of Ohio State minus 14. Honestly, I'm still fine with that pick. I was thinking about a 17.21, but I'll take it. I'll take the push. UNC, that was just disappointing. Why did probably going to be a lot more hesitant to take them right now and thinking that covered at 5.5. Kansas State easily covered their -3. My lock of the week crushed. Marshall at -2.5 was dumb that it started that low against Navy, so that easily hit. Louisiana Tech plus 23 versus Mississippi State was never in doubt, and they almost even pulled the straight win. Oregon State +7. They lost by I think like 9, so it was a little closer. I had UTSA straight win, but they had the +5.5. Arkansas ruined the +19.5 for Rice with the backdoor cover. I don't know if you saw at the end with less than a minute. They scored a freaking touchdown to put it at like 20-21. Georgia +3 got the cleared that obviously with outright win. Missouri won by 10, so I didn't get the -14. So my picks for next week, I'll throw it out because I know Randall has some, and Kayla, you want to pick some of the just any of those kind of top 25 matchups, you can throw them out too. My 10 are, I've got one Friday. I have Coastal covering that -25 versus Kansas. Kansas barely could beat an FCS team. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Grayson McCall throwing it around, running around easily. I'm going to take that easy -25, big number, but I'll take it. South Alabama -14. They looked great last week. Bowling Green might be one of the worst teams in FBS, so I'll take that -14 cover from South Alabama. Pitt's -7 at Tennessee. I think Tennessee looked not great versus a bad team, and I think Pitt's going to outright win by a touchdown. So I think they'll clear that -3. I've got Georgia Southern +7 at FAU. I think Georgia Southern can win that game. Cal +11.5 at TCU. I like that a lot. I think it's just going to be a close game. I mean, I could see TCU winning. I don't think Cal losing to Nevada is really that bad. Carson Strong's a good quarterback. I think this is going to be a good defensive game. I'll take Cal to if they lose within 10. I think Iowa's going to straight up win. I don't know if that's one of your picks, but I'm going to take Iowa +4.5. Iowa State has lost like the last 8 versus Iowa. They can't play Iowa well. And I think I'm leaning towards you right now, Randall, and Iowa might be the best on the West in the Big Ten. I like this one at 6.5, but I'm going to take Texas still to cover to 7 at Arkansas. I think they'll win by 10. So there you guys go. I don't remember how my record was picking Texas. I think App State +9 against Miami. I think Miami wins, but I think App State can keep it a touchdown game. NC State -2.5 at Mississippi State. I have NC State just outright winning it, and I don't think Mississippi State's very good. And my lock of the week, give me Liberty -4 at Troy. They're going to win big. They're going to be trying to bit big numbers all year, trying to get that good bowl spot.
Nice. Well, I've got 5 picks. I don't remember how I did last week. I know it was bad. I know I lost my lock. I either went 1-3 or 0-3, I believe. But so I'm going to shake it up a little bit with my first pick, and I'm actually not going to pick a spread. I'm going to pick the over 56 points for Texas and Arkansas. Now, this is not me picking Texas because I do not pick my pick. I don't pick winners from my own teams, but I do think the combination of Texas and Arkansas's offense versus their not as good defense will result in a high-scoring game, at least over 56. Then I will take Houston to cover -8 versus Rice. I will take North Texas to cover the +22.5 against SMU. I definitely like SMU to win that game, but I do think North Texas can cover that 22.5. That seems like a lot to me. I will take Tennessee to cover the +3 versus Pitt. I think Tennessee will actually come out and win that game.
Fight.
Did you say fight?
Yeah, because I had Pitt -3.
Oh, you had Pitt covering the -3, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see what happens. And then my lock of the week is actually another one that you mentioned. I could not believe this was the spread here. I will take Miami to cover that -9 versus App State.
Another fight.
Are you shitting me? -9, dude? Yes, I will take Miami to cover that. I think King comes out and I could see them winning by 17.
What?
I can see Miami putting a smackdown on them. They need to come out and do that. They need to come out and do that.
All right.
Before we go to commercial break, because I know that's where you're going.
Yeah.
Let me and Caleb give a big shout out to our one of our really good friends, Ken and Womack. Just had a baby. Congrats to him, his wife, and their new baby Beckett. So big news.
Yes. I texted you. I was like, man, I'm so excited right now. Man, that's so cool. It's so wild right now that we have friends that have babies.
Yep. So super happy. That makes me really happy.
Absolutely.
Well, I do want to real quick before I'm going to go to commercial here in 5 seconds. Throw out Iowa State or Iowa. Who you going with?
Iowa.
Oh, sweep on Iowa. All right. So we'll be back right after this commercial break. I need a second to be able to talk again, and we'll be hitting the NFL on the other side.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
All right, and we are back, and it is NFL talk now with Week 1 right here tomorrow in action. So we're going to jump right in. We have given our official picks for Super Bowls 2 weeks ago, was it? Last week? No, 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So before we do awards picks, I'm going to have you, Caleb, jump in and give us your Super Bowl prediction here before we go into awards real quick.
Okay. Do I need to have two teams, or who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
It would be great to have the matchup, but if you just want to go one, just your choice.
I think it's gonna be Chiefs and Packers, if I'm gonna be honest here. I think Packers, Aaron Rodgers is gonna be on a revenge tour just against the front office to shove it in their face. But I think the Packers are gonna take it all this year. I've got the Packers.
So
same Super Bowl pick as me, but not champion.
That's correct.
Did you?
And Caleb and I have Caleb and I both have the Packers winning it all.
Okay.
There you go.
So we all are on the Aaron Rodgers revenge tour to the Super Bowl. I think
he's gonna be on. He's gonna have another MVP. I don't think he'll win MVP, but he'll have a great year. And I'm looking forward to that running game. Honestly, AJ Dillon I think is gonna take off this year.
Well, you know what? As you say,
well, let me tell you where he has taken off, Caleb.
in our Madden franchise.
In our Madden franchise we've been playing lately. Let's keep rushing.
I saw your
Dom. I'm getting you to the freaking Super Bowl, dog.
Nice.
I picked the line. Got you, dog.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Well, you mentioned MVP. So let's just go straight into MVP picks then. Caleb, you mentioned you don't think he's going to win MVP, but who you got then?
I'm thinking this is a bold take, I think, because he's taken a lot of crap lately. I think Lamar Jackson's feeling a little pissed off at people right now, saying everyone's going to figure him out. I think Lamar Jackson's got this.
All right.
Take a look at this. And the reason why I'm going to say this is two of their running backs have gone down. So Lamar Jackson's probably going to have more rushing yards this year than probably he's ever had. And I feel like he's got some good weapons now on offense, or he's got some more weapons on offense. He's got an upgrade with Sammy Watkins, and Marquise Brown should be better this year. He wasn't bad last year. I think and Mark Andrews just got an extension. I think they're going to be good. Oh, yeah, Le'Veon Bell on the practice squad. Ooh, that's going to really help. I honestly, I don't think the Le'Veon Bell signing does a lot for him. If I was them, I would have signed Latavius Murray over him.
Randall, where are you going for MVP?
MVP, give it to me. Give me all the haters, because I've been championing this man from the beginning. I've been championing for this. Absolutely not. I've been championing for this man from the beginning against haters. Haters specifically in this.
I know
right now. No one rounds the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Give me Josh.
Get Josh Allen.
Well, fair. Well,
I could see Josh Allen being in contention for it.
Well, I don't want to obviously I'm not going to be that guy to pick Mahomes, because that's just too easy.
Too easy.
So I have him making it to the playoffs. So if I have him making it to the playoffs, I think we could see a nice statistical year from Mr. Kyler Murray. Give me Kyler for MVP.
I like that.
Yeah.
So. Honestly, maybe.
All of us know it's going to be Mahomes.
Yeah, in the end, it's just going to be Mahomes.
I didn't. All right, first off, I didn't want to pick Mahomes.
No,
that's not allowed. You can't pick Mahomes. It's too easy.
I feel like Lamar Jackson's like, that's a spicy pick right now, because people are like, this is the year people figure him out.
Well, I'll start this next part just so that we can get the week one. I'm going to we'll combine offense, defense, the player of the year, give both your picks. We'll then circle back to offense and defense rookie of the year. I'll start with the offensive player of the year. I think you'll like this, Randall. We're going to see even more going through Mr. Alvin Kamara for the Saints. So give me Kamara for offensive player of the year.
Not just going to go with Kyler?
Huh?
Not just going to go with Kyler?
No. I think they're going to start giving offensive player of the year to someone else, just because they know they're always going to give MVP to a quarterback. And then I have them making a good run on the AFC side, so give me Myles Garrett for defensive player of the year.
We had almost the exact same thing. Offensive player of the year, I also picked Alvin Kamara.
That's why I went first, so that I could say it before you.
The only reason I was trying to get you to pick Kyler was because I wanted to be the only one that picked Kamara.
If you went first, I was going to pick Devontae Adams.
You should have let me go first, you jerk. Well, it's official. You picked Devontae Adams. No, I'm just kidding. I think Kamara. So one thing I am a little worried about is Winston does not necessarily go to his checkdowns a lot. So I am a little bit worried about him maybe declining a little bit in the passing game, but I think Winston will probably catch on. I should probably throw the ball to this guy. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't start throwing checkdowns, I think that Sean will plan around that and split Kamara out quite a bit, because he does split him out at receiver a lot. So I think he'll just get more reps at the slot position and get him the ball in the middle of the field a little bit more. So obviously Kamara. And then defensive player of the year, I'm going to take someone that I talked a lot about. I talked a lot about all season, and then he really kind of showed up in the playoffs, and someone that I have mentioned I think can be the next Ray Lewis. And I'm picking Devin White to be defensive player of the year.
All right.
I think he's going to prove to be the best middle linebacker in the NFL this year.
All right.
Better than Bobby Wagner.
Caleb, your picks for both.
Obviously, offensive player of the year is going to be Zach Wilson. No, I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey. I think that Christian McCaffrey is going to have a nice bounce back year. I feel like Sam Darnold checked it down a lot, so I did pick up CMC in fantasy. So I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be my offensive player of the year. And my defensive player of the year, I'm going to go with the obvious TJ Watt.
That's fair enough. Well, then we'll circle back to you. You get to start here, Caleb. Who is your offensive and defensive rookie of the year?
Offensive rookie of the year? Serious? I'm going Zach Wilson, dude. I'm going Zach Wilson here. I promise you. That's not a homer pick. He looked so. I know it's preseason. I get it. But he looked the part. He looked comfortable. He didn't have happy feet, which is so rare as a Jets fan to see, that the quarterback's not looking like he has no idea what's going on. He's not seeing ghosts back there. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when he sees the Panthers week 1. I feel like he's probably going to throw a pick. It's probably going to happen. It's fair. But I think Zach Wilson should have an offensive rookie of the year type of campaign. Now, defensive rookie of the year, that's a little bit harder. I think I'm going to go Patrick Surtain the second for the Broncos. I think he looks the part. He's an incredible corner. I like him more than J.C. Horn personally. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to win it for defensive rookie of the year.
Randall, year 2?
Yeah, offensive rookie of the year. I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence.
Boo!
I know, but I thought about maybe. I feel like there's a running back that I have in mind that I think would win it if he would get the starting job immediately, but I think it's going to be a little bit longer till he gets started. I seriously think Trey Sermon is going to have a huge year once Mostert gets hurt. That sounds horrible, but like once Mostert gets hurt. Once he gets hurt, because we all know he's going to, I think Trey Sermon will kind of assert himself as the main back in San Francisco, and I think he's going to have a big year. I have him in both my fantasy leagues, and I'm really excited.
I was about to say, you picked him up in fantasy, because I was about to pick up Mostert, and I was like, you know what, he's probably going to get hurt, so I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to get in the game fast enough to have that, so I do think Trevor Lawrence. I think all the quarterbacks are going to be a little shaky, but I think that, I don't know. I don't think there's going to be one, incredible standout this year. I think they're all going to be a little shaky, but still good, and nothing where – I don't think any of the quarterbacks are going to be like, oh, no, we're worried they're going to be bad. I think they're all just going to be like, okay, it was a decent rookie year. We'll take that. You know what I mean?
You don't think anyone's going to have, a Justin Herbert-type season?
No.
I don't holy crap, they're good?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be that. I think everyone's going to be like, okay, we've got something here. Let's work on it.
I don't know, man. I feel like Zach Wilson might.
Of course you do.
All right, defensive rookie of the year here.
Defensive rookie of the year. I meant to ask you, Caleb, who do you think Zach Wilson's going to throw a pick to in that first game against Panthers?
Probably J.C. Horn.
Well, cool. I'll pick J.C. Horn for my defensive rookie of the year. No, I actually do have J.C. Horn as the defensive rookie of the year. I know Surtain is probably the better corner on all, but I think J.C. Horn has the room to make more plays in that Carolina defense. I'm really excited to see him play out there, so I'll take J.C. Horn.
Is he playing as the cornerback one or cornerback 2 for that defense?
Probably going to be
Dante.
2. Yeah, going to be 2.
Okay.
All right, so I'll keep it on the QB trend. I'll take mac and cheese.
I thought about it.
Yeah,
it's going to be a quarterback that plays all year. He's going to be in a system that they're going to try to avoid a lot of turnovers, so I think he'll have a nice high completion percentage. I think the stats will look good, and who doesn't like to give Bill Belichick's guy a vote? So I'll go there. My defensive rookie of the year, I know he has pretty good value, and I know it's all dependent on how he comes back from his injury. But once again, a team I have going well in the AFC. I think he's going to be a very versatile piece. He's going to be all over the field, multiple positions. Give me Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
I like it.
And then
that was the guy we were wondering how he fell so far. Honestly,
but he looked good. Look good, Molly.
I could see Mac Jones winning Rookie of the Year just because Belichick's gonna coach him up to be. Don't take risks.
Yeah.
He probably is not gonna turn the ball over that much.
No.
The fact that none of us picked Micah Parsons for defense is kind of crazy, though.
I mean, I thought about it, and I think I tried not to go with the too high of odds guy. I went with some value there. So
I want to look smart, okay?
So just real quick, throw out Coach of the Year and come back so we can get the picks here. So we have time to hit all of them. I'm going to give Kyle Shanahan the turnaround year, Coach of the Year, and Dak's too obvious. That one I couldn't not pick.
Yeah, comeback player is Dak. Coach, this is a homer pick, but I'm going to take Sean Payton. I think Winston works enough that people are kind of impressed with the way Sean can run that. And obviously, there's probably some years that he should have won Coach of the Year that he didn't, so I think he deserves one here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to win Dak with the comeback player of the year. That's an obvious.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. You should have CMC. You had CMC win an offensive player of the year.
I don't feel like they're gonna give it to. I think they're gonna give it to Dak. I mean, come
That's
on,
fair.
dude. He's a quarterback.
Alright,
You don't give this. I mean, you don't give. I feel like they would give it to Dak
Alex Smith
over.
got
He's
it
a quarterback.
for the
He's a
injury.
quarterback. Yeah, Alex
and
Smith
thought
got
he's
it.
the best player.
He wasn't even good. He got it
Alex
because
Smith-
he beat the odds, man. He came back. I mean, he was about to lose his leg. So I'm gonna
Florida State quarterbacks
be
can-
right about one of these picks at least. Okay, Dak's gonna get it. Now, my coach of the year, as far as neither of you said this, but Sean McDermott, Bills coach, absolutely should be in contention for coach of the year. The Bills are an incredible squad. I think they're going to be in the AFC Championship. I think they maybe lose out to the Chiefs, but Sean McDermott should be one of the potential candidates for coach of the year.
All right. Well, then we got the last little chunk of time here, last 10-ish minutes. We're going to get these game picks in. So I'll start with it on Thursday. We got the Cowboys at the Bucks. So I'll just say I've got the Bucks winning the game.
I also have the Bucks winning the big game.
Yeah, I have the Bucks. Zach Martin's probably out. I think is he ruled out yet?
Not
or did he have
officially, but they don't make it sound great.
I honestly, even if he's there, I got the Bucks.
All right, Caleb, we have Eagles at Falcons. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go here with what I imagine is the minority. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think they're really gonna surprise some people with this game. I don't think the Falcons are very good. I really don't. I'm definitely going Eagles here.
I don't know if the Falcons are very good either, but I know the Eagles are bad. I'll take the
I
Falcons.
know the Eagles are bad, but
I'm actually on your side here, Caleb. I
Thank
think
you.
the Falcons are going to be pretty bad. I don't think the Eagles are going to be great. I just think the Eagles this will be one of the few wins they'll get.
My thing is, I don't think I hate Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. I know he's probably not ever going to be a top 10 guy, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's a game manager and he can just do that. I like him as a person. So I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles.
All right,
Really?
I'll just say this. Are we on a sweep of the Bills hosting the Steelers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Randall, do you have Vikings at the Bengals? Where are you going?
I am actually going to go with the Bengals. I think Broadway Joe makes a triumphant.
Hey now.
I stole it.
Nope.
Makes his triumphant comeback, and I think T. Higgins has a 2-touchdown game.
All right, Caleb.
I'm going to go with the Vikings. I think Justin Jefferson's going to get some nice shove it in your face to his prior LSU teammates.
Oh.
Kirk Cousins going to deliver for week 1, and then he's going to fall off later in the season, but he'll look the part for week 1.
Well, I'm on your side, Randall. I think we're overdoing the Joe Burrow struggling in training camp to start. I think it's just he came back from a rough injury. It takes a little time. I think we're going to see it all start connecting pretty well for the offense, and I'll give him the win. Next one, I think it's a sweep. 49ers at Lions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely sorry.
It's not a sorry. It's a loss. It's a loss.
It's okay. If it makes you feel any better here in about a few seconds, we're all going to give a sweep on my team, too.
We have Cardinals at Titans. I have this one very close, but I'm going to give the Titans the edge because they're at home.
I'm going to take the Cards. I don't know why. I think Kyler Murray will show out in this first week. So.
I have the Cardinals as well. I really like Kyler Murray. DeAndre Hopkins should be solid. I like the Cardinals. I like them. All of them.
I like them.
Do we have a sweep of the Seahawks at Colts?
Yes.
Yes.
Have they announced his Wentz playing yet?
I think he's gonna play.
He keeps saying he's going to, but
I don't think he's good. That's my problem. I really don't think he's that good.
We're going to see a lot of
And-
DK
and-
Metcalf
and also-
touchdowns, so be ready for the video to come back.
yes.
T.Y. Hilton's not playing, so
That means nothing to me. I think Ty sucks now.
Well, I don't know. He's a security blanket type guy.
Eh.
I'm going to be sending that video a couple times on Sunday.
Please.
The
Another
DK.
DK touchdown. We have we have Chargers at football team. I'll just say I got the Chargers. I've got them as a playoff team. I got to give them a win.
I also have Chargers, and I also have them as a playoff team. So
I got Washington. I think we're going to see some Fitz magic. And yeah, I like their defense a lot. I picked them up as my fantasy defense, so I'm thinking the Washington wins this one.
Do we have a sweep on? No. Caleb, you want to go for Jets at Panthers?
So I got some rationalization here, okay? Carolina's offensive line is dog shit, okay? Sam Darnold is dog shit under pressure. I'm kind of leaning towards the Jets surprising people and winning this game. I think CMC is going to have a good game, but I think Sam Darnold sucks. And I think that if you're going to give me Sam Darnold or Zach Wilson, I'm taking Zach Wilson. I think the Jets are going to surprise a lot of people week 1. So I'm going Jets. Maybe it's a homer pick. I don't care. I'm rooting for the Jets to win one week 1.
Randall,
give me the Panthers. The Panthers defense is going to rip Wilson to shred. The Panthers defense is a very underrated defense, by the way, this season. They're gonna be good. That defensive line is gonna be really, really good. Give me the Panthers easily.
Panthers as well. Do we have a sweep of Jags at Texans?
Yeah, please. Caleb.
Okay. Do it.
I mean, to me, they're both dumpster fire teams right now. I don't like Urban Meyer. I'm going to say the Texans might surprise people. I got the Texans, dude.
All right. Well, Randall, are we on the Jags?
I know. That's a stupid thing, but you know what? My balls are on the table here, man. I'm going Houston Texans.
All right. Randall, you're on the Jags too?
Yes.
All right. Well, keeping it moving along. Well, I had this as a bold prediction, so I've got to stick to it. I'm taking the Browns to beat the Chiefs. That was my bold prediction a month ago, so I've got to stick to my guns.
I'll take the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
Yep. All right, so we have Dolphins at Patriots, and this now has me wavering a little, but I said that I think we are giving Tua too much crap, so I'm going to take the Dolphins win here. A very close game, though.
I'm actually really sad this game's going to be going on at the same time as Saints because I really want to watch this one. But I'm also going to go with the Dolphins. I think maybe not quite ready Mac Jones. Not quite ready.
It's a good defense.
Good defense.
I'm going to give it to the Patriots. I mean...
That's good soup.
It's good soup. Belichick literally won a game with a rookie Jacoby Brissett who did not look fantastic. I think Mac Jones is going to surprise some people. I don't like Mac Jones. I hope he sucks because I'm a Jets fan and I don't want the Patriots to rule again. But I can't doubt the hoodie genius, Belichick. I mean, I think he's going to have his team ready. The defense has some players back that sat out last year.
All right,
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Time out real quick. Who signed Brissett and why is he not the starter in Houston right now?
Yeah, Brissett's the Dolphins' backup.
He's the backup in the Dolphins.
All right, so we got moving it along.
Houston Texans.
Moving it along. Rest of these games here. Packers at Saints. We got a sweep here.
Packers.
I got Packers. Sorry, Red.
Broncos at Giants. I've got Giants.
I've got Giants.
I got Broncos on this one. Ooh. I think that I think Denver's offense has a lot of weapons. I know it's depending on is check down Teddy going to give them the ball, but I think the Broncos are going to surprise some people here. The Giants have a very good defense. I will say that. I just don't trust Daniel Jones.
Shut up.
Get up. We got to move.
I'm sorry.
Andy Dalton at Rams.
Rams.
Mr. Lamar at Raiders. I think that's a sweep as well.
Yep. Ravens.
MVP Lamar.
That's to say it's your MVP. You got to go there, right? So, all right. There we go. NFL picks. We'll see. We have them locked in and loaded, so we will see who will be the winner after this week, as well as the season-long winner. We actually will remember to keep track this time around. So, catch us next week. We will be going back over week 1, more college football. It's Football Wednesdays are back, so we will be here every Wednesday, talking lots and lots and lots of football. So see you next week and have a great rest of your night.